Hello guys, Steven Dux here. Welcome to this videos, and today we're going to talk about the pros and cons for different brokerages and also the borrow fees for different brokerages as well. And before that, we're having a platform coming out. It's going to be called Stockcraft. It's a scanner that can scan for different strategies that you're interested. Let's say you're interested into a bounce short. You can input the criteria into the scanner and you will scan for the bounce short that you wanted to see for that specific day. So it's going to be very suitable for people that's going to approach into the market more of a systematic way. If you're interested, make sure click the link below. We have a pre-sale going to come out very soon, and let's get into the video. So as a beginner in 2016, 2017, I had trouble choosing different brokerage because the fees were basically taking out 20 to 30% of my net profit. That doesn't really include the ECN and the normal execution fees. It's all comes from the hard borrow fee. So this is one of the, I would say, major problem if you get into around $100,000 to $200,000 account. And there's also some brokerage you can use to minimize that if your account size is under 10,000 or 3,000. So first of all, let's talk about long strategy first. So if you're a long biased trader and you want to minimize the fee as low as possible, you have to do some type of calculation. Let's say that you normally trade anywhere between 3,000 to 5,000 shares between 1 or 2 days. So Interactive Brokers basically charges money per share. And if you're trading large amount of shares, well, Interactive Brokerage might not be worth it. And E-Trade, they basically charge a fixed amount for one trade. No matter how many shares you're trading, I think there's up to a limit, but they only charge about, I think it's around 7 to 8 back in 2017, 2018 per trade. That's for specifically for long, and they charge short interest for hard to borrow stocks. But normally that E-Trade doesn't have enough availability, especially if you're shorting a low float. So in terms of flexibilities, Interactive Brokers does have more options. You can choose dollar per share. You can also choose dollar per trade. So E-Trade, I think it only has the option for dollar per trade. And ever since 2018, I moved on into Trade Zero and Guardian. Then now I'm using Regal Security. So I'm going to explain what's the pros and cons for shorting strategies and what's the best option for especially swing or short positions for 2 to 3 days, maybe 2 to 3 weeks. And what I figured out for the last 2 to 3 years is that short interest is much better than holding overnight, especially with your borrow fee times 3, times 5. That is just not worth it because I've tested my strategy. My strategy actually works, but the overnight fees are taking now maybe 15% to 25%, sometimes even 30%. So whenever you're shorting a stock, you are thinking about holding overnight and you had a really good entry, but if you count the borrow fee in, your entry is not very good if you manage the borrow fee and actually reduces your profit margin. So the concept is very simple. If you borrowed $1,000 worth of stock and you want to hold overnight, depending on the Trade Zero current holding overnight plan, they normally charge times 7. Now they charge times 5. So the stock itself still have to cost you $5,000 to hold overnight just for the fees. If the stock doesn't have another 20 to 30% drop potential, it's not worth it to hold overnight. That's why Trade Zero is almost for intraday shorts almost all the time. And the Guardian is a little bit different. They do have a plan that if you're planning to only trade 25,000 shares or below, then you can enter this plan by paying a monthly fee so you don't have to cost you money every time when you borrow a different stock. That's also very suitable for account. It's between, let's say, 50,000 to 500,000. If your account is above that, most of the time you're going to short more than 25,000 shares or trade more than 25,000 shares. And that's where the plan is not very useful because you can't borrow more than 25,000, and that's actually going to reduce your profit as well. So for different traders, make sure which area you are landed in and to choose the best brokerage that fits for you. I would say Interactive Brokers and E-Trade. Interactive Brokerage are suitable for account within 3,000 to 5,000. E-Trade, I would say it's suitable for long and swing strategies up to millions. And Guardian and Trade Zero. Trade Zero are more suitable for account that is over 30,000 and you're almost placing intraday trades all the time. Not worth it to hold overnight. Guardian, I would say it's probably currently the best for swing short if you plan to hold 2 to 3 weeks. That's my personal experience for using them about 2 years now. So that will be end of this video, and whenever you are choosing a different brokerage, make sure that you track every around 6 months to a year to see how much fees that's actually taking out your net profit, so you can kind of have an idea that you don't want that amount to exceed over 30% of your profit, because that is very important. And don't blindly borrow shares before the action happens. Normally that you're running into a wasted borrow situations, and it's not going to feel very good, and also make you very FOMO to trade different stocks in that day. So hopefully this video is helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Please leave a comment below, and I will see you guys in the next video.